Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom of the truth is, with our hearts uncovered. Boy, detox from all of the lies you smothered. What I'm trying to kill you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like tortoise. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Like that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this shit through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track, we the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace, everyone. I am Universe Badger, and I don't know what's going on with my Facebook right now, but I'd like to welcome Aurora Owl.
Hello, everybody.
And DDH the Bubble. So right now I want to read this real quick. So sometimes life doesn't hand us peace. It hands us pain. It hands us the kind of moment that shakes our spirit and tests our faith. Yet within the pain lives a message. A quiet invitation to look deeper. Flipping the script isn't about pretending the hurt never happened. It's about seeing it differently. It's choosing to find the lessons behind the loss, the beauty within the breakdown, the growth inside the grief. Every moment that breaks us has the power to rebuild us if we're willing to shift our perspective and listen to what the pain is trying to teach. So tonight we're not running from it. We're learning through it. We're uncovering how mindset, reflection, and awareness can change the entire outcome of a story. Because pain will visit us all, yet peace comes when we rewrite how we see it. This episode on the People's Podcast is brought to you by Shimmerwood Beverages, CBD infused seltzers, helping you stay calm, grounded, and balanced as your journey through your transition or transformation gets you to get yours today with our 30% off promo code, the people. Moon Tortoise won't be joining us this episode, and we're sending love and light to our family as they honor the life of and legacy of our dad. Before we move deeper into tonight's conversation, I want to take a moment to pause, to honor life, to honor transition, and to honor those who remind us that love never truly leaves. Our hearts and energy go out to Moon Tortoise and our family. Tom Schul has transitioned onto the next phase of life through his presence, has shifted his spirit, continues to guide, protect, and inspire us all. In moments like this, we're reminded of the cycle of the ending that becomes a beginning, the grief that becomes gratitude, and the pain that transforms into purpose. So we hold space tonight for healing, for reflection, and for love that continues beyond the physical. May his light keep shining through every story we share and every lessons we learn. Take a moment. So, Aurora, what does flipping the script, finding beauty in pain, mean to you?
It means being able to get at a stage and place of a mindset where when something is painful, you're able to get through it because the beauty lies outside of the pain.
Okay. SGF Graham, welcome.
Peace.
What does flipping the script, finding beauty in the pain, resemble to you?
Remaining with a cup half full at all times versus half empty.
Okay, I can receive that. So for me, finding beauty in the pain means to me learning a lesson that the universe has brought you. It means oops, sorry. Peace and love, Chili Mo. I apologize. I didn't mean to remove you.
Peace and love.
So flipping the script and finding beauty in pain means to me learning the lesson. Sometimes when we see pain, pain is just a feeling. It's a temporary feeling even, and we allow it to become a permanent place sometimes. And it's not meant to hurt us or harm us. This is just my opinion. I believe that the pain is meant to heal us and to teach us. And there's a lesson we must learn through it. Everything happens for a reason, and I have faith in that. And I believe our job is to free ourselves from ourselves and to own our minds and control our mind and seeing that, there's beauty in every situation, including the ones that make no sense to us in the middle of the storm. So for me, it's a liberating. It means control of the emotion and realizing that it's just a temporary state. Chili Mo, what does flipping the script and finding beauty in pain mean to you?
Evolving, realizing that everything you go through is for a reason. It's just badges of honor. So to me, it's forward moving, flipping the script, not allowing everything to alter your opinion.
Okay. Welcome, War and Peace. What
How are
does
you doing?
all is truly well? What does flipping the script and finding beauty in pain mean to you?
Um, for me, I know that a lot of people have a popular view of taking the things that they're going through and finding meaning and purpose in them. And I think that it's helpful to do that in general for our peace of mind, particularly if you've been through something particularly harrowing. Um, and I think that it's also important that we acknowledge the pain. I think that we can learn through anything we went through. I don't think that everything is necessary to go through. I think that there are tragedies that are tragedies, but when we can grow despite them, when we can create from them, then we're finding the beauty beyond the pain.
I like that. Thank you. That is beautiful. And I agree. I agree. Oh, someone's got feedback. Um, so the first question will be, oh, so right next to me is Chili Mo. So, Chili Mo, when life throws challenges your way, what helps you stay grounded instead of reaching emotionally?
You know what? Meditation, taking time to myself to find like a quiet space. You know, I prefer a dark room, but if I got a light on, I probably got a book in my hand. So I pretty much walk away from any situation and just find quiet time. I don't care if I'm at work. I don't care if I'm just walking around the mall. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to give myself 10 minutes of just me time where I'm just thinking, not talking to nobody, not engaging with nobody. It's just me and whatever I'm doing. So for me, just taking time out, 10 minutes, and I do it frequently. You know, I might take a lot of 10-minute breaks throughout a 24-hour day.
So, next is Aurora Owl. What's one lesson you've learned the hard way that changed how you've seen yourself?
Mm. Um, I think that. Can you say the question again, please? 'Cause-
What is one lesson you've learned
Mm.
the hard way that changed how you see yourself?
The lesson was that I was helping and loving and caring for others, and I was doing more for them than I was for me. The hard lesson was that when it came down to it, I lost a lot of time. And that made me realize to my self love and self governance is most important.
Okay. SGF Graham, do you think people truly listen to understand or only to respond?
For the most part, I can only speak on my journey to respond. It's mostly to defend themselves or to be drama filled. Um, but it's mostly defensive. It's mostly response. And then maybe they'll come back, tomorrow or something and be like, "I thought about what you said." Maybe they will, but most of the time it's to respond.
Okay, okay. Anybody want to speak on that one, or can we go to the next question? Anyone? Okay. So,
What did you just ask? What
I
was that
asked
thing that?
I asked if anybody wanted to speak on what he said.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I have I
Not his
think that it depends
question again, just on what he said.
just on what he said.
Mhm.
I think that sometimes we judge people a little bit too harshly, and that just because they might be defensive about something, there may be a good reason for it. But that's all.
SJF Graham, do you want to say anything in return to that?
I don't know what that really had to do with what I said. I don't know how to respond to that.
Okay. I don't either. All right.
May I respond?
Yes, go ahead.
What SJF Graham, what he was saying, I think that it's just a innate reaction to have an answer. Like you're supposed to have something to say instead of just sitting back for a moment. So I really do understand that, and I understand what before and Peace Lily what she was saying because um, sometimes people do look at it as a judgment when somebody responds in a defense mechanism way. And that's the reason why they have a response. That was the part I took from what she was saying about SGF Graham. What he was saying was that when he talked about the piece of people just responding, because of a defense mechanism. So I understood and took her point that people who are hurting sometimes are definitely going to respond that way. And that's something that I like what he said about when they think about things later.
I mean, I understood what she said, but
I
she
No, no,
was
no, no. I wasn't. I was just telling what I took from both of you, and was
yeah.
just like because I thought that they were both great points, and I fused it in my brain. So I appreciate you for saying.
Warm Peace Lily, or anybody want to say anything else before I get to the
No,
next
I
question?
like the way that you fused that though. And I think it's important that we have more people who know how to do that. Anyway.
You're welcome.
No, I understood what you said. I clearly she didn't have to fuse it. I appreciate her for making it seem I wasn't trying to be weird by not having a response or whatever, but I honestly, in my opinion, felt like you was being defensive or just responding to my answer. So I didn't feel like a back and forth or whatever. I was like, okay, you said what you said. And I just left it at that.
Apologize if you took my response personally.
Oh, I didn't at all. I just didn't want it to become personal, so I just stayed quiet.
And I was confused too how that had to do with what he said too. I didn't infuse it like that. Honestly, I didn't. I didn't know what to say also on that part because I get there's two sides to every coin. When it's someone's opinion, though, how's there two sides to someone's opinion? Oh, also, I have an opinion on your opinion. That's what I don't get. So I didn't know what else to say neither.
No, it wasn't an opinion on his opinion. It was the thing that he said came off as, to me, as though he was judging all quick responses the same and all defenses the same. And I was
And I
proposing a other
All
side.
I said was people respond faster. If so, you decided to take that way. If I would have wrote it down in a sentence, would you have took it the same way, or are you saying that it was my voice or something?
Is there something about the way that I said something that's making you feel defensive right
I'm.
now?
Why do you feel like I'm being defensive? I'm asking you a question.
It's coming off as defensive.
So
And
if
if
I
I'm
wrote it,
wrong,
so if I wrote it in the comments and it wasn't my voice, would it sound the same?
I think so.
So that's your voice that you're hearing in your head that's making it sound defensive. That's not me. You're projecting, you're reflecting what you're feeling on me, and now I'm trying to figure out how to defend myself from what you're saying that I'm being defensive.
Sorry you feel that way.
I don't feel no way. I'm trying to figure you out. I don't feel no way. Stop saying that. I don't feel no way. I'm just trying
Okay.
to figure out your aim.
I don't have a name.
I didn't understand it neither. I didn't think that was a response to what he said. I swear I didn't. So I'm in the same aspect, not battling or trying to gang up. I am too in the same aspect. I didn't think that was a response to his response, because what he was saying, sometimes people respond just to respond and they're not really receiving the message. They're just saying something to say something. And a lot of people come from that as because they feel like they have to defend or they have to speak. And I deal with it every day. And I'm not even speaking on you. I'm saying in general, I deal with it a lot. And if people would just receive to hear instead of speak to just to say something, I think it'd be different. And so I was agreeing to him and I didn't feel how it was defensive at all. So I'm
Okay.
confused too. I'm confused too.
That's
And it
okay.
is not, it has nothing to do with you. It's, I do believe this is how flipping the script comes in play though, because people have different perspectives. And sometimes the perspective is set out in their mind before even someone speaks. And it has nothing to do with you at all. I dealt with situations a lot lately, and I've had people see it totally opposite what I intended. And it had nothing to do with my approach, my word, or anything. I said one time to somebody, I just wish I would have known. And they took it as if I was calling them a snake when I never once called them a snake. I just said, I wish I would have known. Because if I would have known, then maybe I would have been like, yeah, go ahead, take it. But they took a song from me and put it out there and dropped it when it was my song. And I was like, I'm confused. Oh no, Aurora left. But anyways, she said she's leaving. Good night. I don't know why. But anyhow, so I was confused with the person and I called them out on it and I said to them, I said, I just wish I would have known. And they said, oh, that was rude. And I said, how? I just wish I would have known. And because I have other people on the song, I put the song out as I thought I owned it. And I don't have no rights to it because technically they made it and produced it. So I was just like, I just wish I would have known. And they said, well, you're being rude. And I said, how? And they were like, um, it was how it came across. And I said, it was through text. Text has no wordplay or no sound. So how did it sound rude? Because they said it sounded rude. And I said, through a message, how can it sound rude? And they were like, it's just how it was written. And I said, all I said is I wish I would have known. I wasn't being disrespectful. I just really wish I would have known, because then I wouldn't be going around saying it was mine and I owned it because I thought it was mine. And I had all these people jump on it thinking it was mine. And technically it's not. So you went and dropped it. So obviously it's not. So that's how perspective comes in play. And that's how flipping the script and seeing beauty in the pain comes in play, because at the end of the day, I didn't feel I was being rude. And yet they thought I was, and I was confused on that. So I do think that people have that perspective in their head of defense all the time. And I'm not saying everybody. I just think some people have that often where they have to feel like they have to defend, or they're constantly being attacked, or everybody's ganging up on them. And that isn't the case sometimes.
Well, I personally think that you handled it pretty well if somebody took your song and put it out.
It's not my song, though. It was their beat. They produced the beat. They made the beat. It was technically yours, but they gave it to me. And I wanted them to jump on it. They chose not to and had their child jump on it. So they let their child put it under their label out and drop it. And there's nothing I can do about it because it was all word and there was nothing in writing. And with the music, you have to have writing and whatnot. And they were allowed to do all that. And then there's nothing I could do about it because it was just their words saying that it was mine. And I had somebody else jump on it, and I had another version of it because I thought it was mine. They said they didn't know I was doing anything with it, so they just wanted to get it out there. And they liked their son's version. I'm not mad at the person, and I didn't end my relationship with the person. I just said, next time, let me know. And that's what it is, because it's all about perspective, and I can't help how they perceived it. I didn't take offense from them. I didn't take offense from them when they perceived it that way. And I was trying to explain, like, I'm not trying to defend myself. All I was saying is I wish I would have known. And they were like, oh, I apologize once I explained. And they were like, I don't want this to ruin us. We can drop it, da 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 da. And I was like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It honestly doesn't matter. And that's how it is. I do see how perspective comes in play in a lot of things. And I don't feel that SGF Graham was being defensive at all. No. I think he was just confused and wanting to know how that made that. I don't know where it came from. That was it.
Well, one, in the music world, really in the legal world, proof of a verbal agreement, it does hold in court. Proof. Notice I said proof though.
Yeah.
But no, I was really asking because, like, I'm the only full-time male where I work with, so I talk as calm as I do on here. I don't curse. I say verbatim exact, just like I do on here. And somehow these women get it misconstrued all the time that is something that it ain't. And I would ask them the same question. Okay, if this woman right here would have said the same exact thing that I said, how would you have took it? And most of the time they just get quiet. Well, Gilly, the first one to double down. I said if I wrote it down, which I don't understand how it would have still been misconstrued that way or whatever. But if I'd have wrote it down, she would have still took it the same way or whatever. So, okay, it can't be my voice. Is it because I'm a man? So you being defensive towards me? Or whatever, like that's what I be trying to get at work or whatever, because I have to go to my boss and have my boss go say something, and my boss says it exactly. I will text her on Teams where I need to be said, and she would take it and copy and paste it, and it would be no issue. But when I say it, it's an issue. And I'm way more calmer. And what is it? The resonance in my voice is like asking because I want to know. Whatever, because nobody can never give me an answer. They just be defensive. So it's like,
can I respond to that since you called me out personally?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I was just offering another side to it. That's all. I wasn't negating your point, and it had nothing to do with me being a woman and you being a man. I think people are people. And the more we play this whole game of women are this way and men are this way, and I've played it too. We all have. We grew up playing it. But the reality is that a lot of that has to do with the way that we're socialized, and we're being socialized a lot differently this day and age. So as far as women in particular, and then as far as me in particular, am I defensive? If you call me out by my name, I'm going to have something to say. Does that mean that I'm automatically defensive? It has nothing to do with the tone of your voice or that you're a man. It has to do with the fact that you were personally singling me out. And so that makes me curious as to why.
No,
Or personally singling women out.
before she cut you off, you said I was coming off conda, and then she cut you off. You said I was coming off conda. My memory is great. So you was about to say I was coming off something. So let's rewind back to that. Well, what was I coming off to you?
Yeah.
I said, were you coming off?
You
and
said
then I
you
changed my sentence.
You said you were coming off kind of, and then she cut it off. Then Kimberly cut it off.
Yep.
Well, then maybe I did, but you are coming off a little bit irritated and defensive.
And that's why he's asking
because I'm asking a question.
And it's not because you're a man.
Because
so it's not because of the tone. It's not because of the tone of your voice because you're a man. It's because of the tone of your voice because
calmness. Or maybe because I pronunciate my words different from you. I'm trying to figure it out. You ain't gave a concrete answer yet, but everybody always come off defensive towards me.
I think that the way that you're speaking is obviously
articulate.
Articulate has nothing to do with it. It's the tone that you're using in your voice.
Calmness.
And the way
calmness and asking questions. That bothers me. Calmness and bothering.
But the nature of the question, was combative.
No,
the nature of the question was combative.
Me. How is it being combative asking you a question about me?
He's asking how.
Because you're calling all women out for being a certain way.
No,
you called all women out for being a certain way, saying that.
1 second. I'm 1 second. He never said all women. He asked how. He said he only works with all women. He never called out all women. He only said how, and he's wondering how because he only works with women. He never once called out all women. He just wants to know how. He's being calm. He's not cutting you off. He's not being aggressive. He wants to know how it came across that way.
I wasn't calling him aggressive. I was saying that the nature of the question and the nature of the statement that he made was combative, and he did call women out. Not women he worked with. He called women out and said there's a difference when his boss, who is a woman, makes a statement and he who is a man makes a statement.
No, I brought up a fact. That's not calling all women out. That's saying what happens at work. Now I'm getting irritated because you're trying to paint a picture that you want to paint. Instead of
I don't want to paint any pictures.
Well, stop painting the picture then and just look at the picture that I'm giving you.
You're painting your own picture right now.
This is my picture. It's my picture. What are you talking about? It's my picture. If I take a picture and send you a picture of me, and then you crop yourself into it, and then I get mad, and then you get mad that I'm mad, how is that possible?
At this point, I don't even think it's a constructive conversation. At this point, I'm going to dip out because it's not constructive anymore. There's nothing out there that we're saying that's going to help anybody. So
he just wants to know for his personal. Okay, well, that's how it goes.
I am not worried about her tucking her tail and running.
That's how it goes. I'm confused, but at the end of the day, I wanted to know too. So, next question. Chili Mo. How do you personally flip the script when a situation feels out of your control?
You know what? I find a good way just to gracefully walk away, if I could. If not, we have a rational conversation until we resolve the situation.
SGF Graham, same question. How do you flip the script when you feel a situation is out of your control?
I leave that alone and do something that is in my control. I gotta balance it out real quick, even if it's turn on YouTube and look at a video. That's something I just did in my control. Like, then maybe I can come back to that situation. It depends. Like, what's the manner behind it, really? Well, because there's plenty of things that that is out of my control, like when a light gonna turn red or whatever, I go with the flow. That's in life in general. Then there's things that you know you can't control, like if you get fired because they letting go of people and they starting with the ones that got hired just recently, and you happen to be in that bracket. I might have feelings about that. That out of control, I have feelings about. So I guess it depends on the manner, the level of the out of control. But for the most part, I try to move with the mind frame that there's it's for a good reason.
Mm.
That this out of control thing, I try to remain in it. I'm not perfect, but I try to remain in that positive mind frame.
So for me, I realize the only thing I can control is myself. And I realize everything happens for a reason. And if I'm mirroring somebody, because that's what we tend to do, we tend to mirror people in when there's triggers and whatnot, it's usually something within ourselves that needs to be worked on. It's not just someone outside of us. So I try to just focus on what I can control, and I stay calm in the situation and don't allow it to get outside of myself. And I remove myself and put myself somewhere else and realize, I try to see it from their angle. And if I can't, I do the same thing. I will remove myself if possible, mentally, without even physically. Even if I physically can't, I will mentally remove myself, because we allow what we accept and we accept what we allow. And there's a lot of things we don't have to allow, especially when our intent is pure and genuine. So, next question. They can't read the personal chats no more, Shalima, when they left. Chilimo, what does healing in public look like to you? Is it strength, vulnerability, or both?
I think both. No one's perfect. So you show a fine balance when you can be vulnerable and show a lot of confidence. I think it comes with the nature of a person, especially if you know exactly who you are.
Okay. So my cousin is gonna come on real quick. I gotta send him the link real quick. I apologize. So SGF Graham, same question. Hopefully that's the link. What does healing in public look like to you? Is it strength, vulnerability, or both? SGF Graham.
You said in public,
Yeah,
both.
both. I
Depends on who I run across. I might run across somebody that needs somebody to talk to. I ain't worried about being confident. I want them to be comfortable to get out what they need to get out. So I guess that's when I'm vulnerable. But any other time, strength.
agree too. I agree. So what's this thing? Chili Mo, what has helped you see light again after being in your darkest place?
Getting further in my faith, you know, keeping the right energy around me, eliminating certain people, making my circle as small as a Cheerio.
I can feel that. So I'm gonna welcome my cousin. Welcome, Pizu.
Hey, what's up, cousin? How you doing?
And peace and love. Peace and love.
Big facts, right back at you.
You all should check out Pizu. He's a dope artist. Dope artist. And this is my cousin right here.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to everybody out there watching.
Both of these individuals on here are also artists.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let's work. Let's connect, you know?
Yep. Peace to you, bro.
Always, man. Pleasure to meet y'all.
So, cuz this is going to be a deep subject for you real quick. What do you believe? Do you believe pain is necessary for growth, or can we evolve without suffering?
All right. So you said, is pain useful for
Ne-
growth?
No, do you believe it's necessary for growth, or can we evolve without suffering?
I say sometimes you really do have to suffer and go through pain to really kind of get through that next level. I feel like if you choose to take the pain when you don't really have to, then that's kind of like a personal thing and it's more like self-inflicted wounds. But I do feel like in a lot of cases that yeah, pain is very necessary for growth. I'm kind of going through that myself, you know.
That's why that's a heavy one for you.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah. SGF Graham, what's painful? What's one painful chapter in your life that ended up being your greatest teacher?
Let me think about that one.
I can come back.
Yeah. Come back to that one. Yeah.
Okay. So mine is, how do you flip the script when your mind keeps replaying a painful moment? Oh my goodness. That's hard because a lot of things live rent free in my head unintentionally,
For sure.
subconsciously. Even when I try to shut it off, even when I try to focus on something different, it constantly replays. It constantly replays because, just like everyone else, I want to know why, and
Yep.
then I stop asking why, and then I start thinking, what is it? What is this lesson I have to learn? So then now I'm not asking why. I'm trying to seek for the lesson that I have to learn, or why? Like I'm growing through this for a reason. So what lesson am I supposed to learn? So
Yeah.
then I start going down that rabbit hole of trying to figure out really what's going on. And them dark thoughts get really heavy sometimes. I appreciate them though, because at the end of the day, it helps me. It helps me so much when I get like that and I'm not looking at why is this happening to me? I start seeing and I start learning the cycles and repeated behaviors that I tend to do that get me into this situation. And I start growing differently and realizing that sometimes I may be the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
called
yeah,
accountability.
it helps though. It really honestly helps. You ready, SGF Graham?
Yeah. Ask that question one more time.
What's one painful chapter in your life that ended up being the greatest teacher?
Yeah, I was gonna speak on my biological father giving up his rights, but that is a long story. So I'm gonna say another one that winded up being a powerful teacher was when I lost my favorite person outside of my kids and my mom, my first cousin Maurice, during the COVID era. Yeah, I didn't understand nothing about life to the point to where I started to study every aspect of it, and it was I actually even got mad like you didn't have to take my cousin for me to learn this. Like you could have gave this to me another way. Like I was almost feeling like it was my fault that I didn't learn that. God, the all in all put me in a position to where he knew it was gonna make me feel a way to where I was gonna go get the info because something gotta make sense. Whatever, so that was my first real rebirth, that coming up out of that. I didn't understand anything or whatever, like you ever seen the bucket list? Like that was how I pictured me and my cousin. Like when that movie came out, we was like, oh snap, that's exactly how we gonna be. Like we had already like spoken into existence and everything. just for him to be in his 30s or whatever, it really bummed me out. It really burnt me. Whatever, I lost personal gifts that I've always had all my life. I'm just now retaining them back, like the clairvoyance part of me, because honestly, 12 hours before I got the call, I saw it and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm tripping. Well, just for 6 o'clock in that morning to actually get that call or whatever. So it was like I screamed it away. Like I was so mad, I screamed it away. And I maybe like 4 months ago was the next time since that I've had a clairvoyant, moment or whatever. And I was like, okay, my gifts are finally coming back, 'cause I screamed them away. Well, I was terribly hurt by that.
Okay. So once you said that, I want to tap into what our show on Thursday is going to be about because you spoke on that. So Thursday's show is the real revolution, dying to live again. And you said that, that was your first rebirth moment. And I think that's crucial that people got to realize that a piece of them has to die in order for them to be able to grow. And pain, speaking of that, Chili Mo, is if your pain could speak, what do you think it would thank you for learning?
If pain can speak to me, it
Mm-hmm.
would say, "You a bad mother, and I almost got you."
What do you think it taught you for learning? What would it say to you for learning, though? Do you
Well,
think it would thank
it
you?
taught.
It would thank you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Thank me for learning. Because I learned how to be a lot more structured and disciplined dealing with a lot of the turmoil I dealt with prior to the person I became now. So yes, pain will look at me and say, "I created a monster." So but in a good way, to the audience. I'm a very humble person. I didn't mean that with no malice.
So
So
discipline, you think it would thank you for learning discipline?
yes,
Oh,
discipline.
okay. So Pizu, if pain could speak, what do you think it would thank you for learning?
Oh, I probably would have to second what my man's just said, but I think me on a more personal note because this year hasn't. I put you like this. This year been like Thanos, Darth Vader, the Green Power Ranger when he was super evil. you know, the Joker, Bane, all in one. But I think if pain could speak to me and it thank me for whatever I might have learned, I would have to say the decisions that I do make, I would try not to make them out of impulse. And I think I would try to be better at communication versus like just when something makes me angry, I just walk away from it, because that saying you can't run from your problems, it's a real thing
Mhm.
because they're just gonna follow you anyway. So I feel like he said, pain would just be more or less like of a structured thing, not do things out of impulse, maybe see it through a little bit different, maybe try to talk to only certain people about how I feel about certain things, stuff like that.
Okay. SJF Graham, if your pain could speak, what do you think it would thank you for learning?
I don't think it'll thank me for learning. I think it's mad that I'm learning, but I think it'll say, now you get it. It'll
Yep.
say, I learned. I hate to say, but most of the lessons get quick lessons. I guess. I guess I should say most of the lessons that stuck came with pain.
I think my pain, if my pain could speak to me, it would thank me for learning self-control. I think it would thank me for that. Um, I'm a beast when someone's in front of me, they're spitting in my face and they're just screaming at the top of lungs to me about holding that calmness and not meeting them there. So I think my pain, if my pain could speak to me, it would say to me that it would be proud of me for having that control. Because that's a tough one. Because
Yes, it is. Yes, it
I've been
is.
slapped, I've been slapped in my face by someone I love dearly, and I didn't meet them in that anger. I just was wondering why. And yeah, I think my pain would say, thank you for being patient and learning self-control. Yeah. Um, do you believe, Chili Mo, do you believe every painful experience has a hidden purpose?
Of course, every lesson is a blessing, but you also got to know the reason why it's happening to you, right? So, yes, I do believe so.
Okay. So, Kazo, what does flipping the script look like in your own healing purpose
You said
or
what?
process? What does flipping the script look like in your own healing process?
Uh, Me personally, I'd have to say something like maybe just showing people that, hey, I'm still me. I don't have to stoop to your level of being spiteful or disrespect, or don't be mad when I pull a you on you. That's what I would say, like flipping the script. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad when you do see me shining and you put me at my lowest. I'm gonna flip the script on you and show you that I'm better than what you thought I was. And then some.
Okay, okay. S. Jeff Graham, what does flipping the script look like in your own healing process?
I don't know if my answer make any sense, but fun. I'm having fun gaining the upper hand on things. Like I know the BS, pain and all that. It comes with it or whatever, um, flipping the script and winning at the end though. It makes it fun for me. Whatever. And I feel like I'm gonna win all the time, or even no matter what I'm going through or whatever. I feel like I just got to go through it so I can figure out that weak point that I gotta attack, so I can get back to where I gotta get. Almost like it's a monster, and I'm looking for what a shield ain't. The shield's not, so I can pierce them with a shield at, so I can get back the upper hand. Well, it's fun.
So, for me, flipping the script looks like in my own healing journey would be becoming what I'm searching for. That's what I'm doing. I'm becoming what I want to attract. I love the people that mirror me right now in my life. And those that remove themselves is not from me doing it, it's the universe removing them because my frequency is changing. And either they're going to stay and change with me and grow with me, or they're going to stay where they're at and I'm going to outgrow them. So for me, flipping the script looks like to me is becoming what I'm searching because I'm mirroring such beautiful, beautiful people in my life. And those that know, and those that don't, won't. And I can't do nothing about that. So tonight's about transformation, seeing the masterpiece in the mess, the beauty in the pain. We're talking about how flipping the script when it feels like unfair and how finding peace within the pieces. Tonight's show was brought to you by Shimmerwood Beverages. And to get your 30% off and go to put the promo code in, it's CBD infused seltzers. Remember, go to Shimmerwood CBD infused seltzers, beverages. and put the people in there and get 30% off. And I want to again say my prayers and thoughts to Tom Schul. Your name will be known. I promise you, will be known. So let's do our positive quotes. So Chili Mo, what's your positive message or quote?
I want to say, Henry, keep your head up. And I want to say this was a wonderful experience on Unseen Twisted Truths. I am Chili Mo, the host of Consciously Aware Podcast. And my positive quote is, sometimes we have to learn to agree to disagree. It makes the world a beautiful place.
PZ, right now we usually just say positive messages. So say something positive for those that are dealing with something right now.
If I could take my personal experience and translate it to a message to the world, my biggest thing I would say right now is just be there for one another right now. We all need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to be positive to. You never know what the next person is dealing with, and you gotta just be there for people, man. The world is already an evil place. People are already doing messed up things, killing each other, lying on each other, stealing, whatever the case may be. So just try to be there for strangers, be there for your family, be there for, you could be there for even people that might not be in your life, and you still could try to show them nice gestures to show that you still care. So I just say just be there for one another. That's the biggest thing with me right now.
Okay. SGF Graham, positive message.
I'm changing it because it sounds contradictory to. I had already had it in my. It sounds contradictory to what he just said. So I'm gonna keep it simple and say, be great. Be great with a smile on your face.
Okay, and mine is a little controversial too, because I'm not all about being there for others, even though we only can be there for others as much as they allow us to be. Mine's about you are becoming the person your pain once doubted you could be. Remember, everything happens for a reason. They're either blessings or lessons. It's your choice to find out what to how you perceive it, which one it could be. So yeah, love yourself unconditionally and become what you're searching for. I want to thank everyone who's been tuned in and who tuned on and who stepped on, even if it was brief. I appreciate you. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibration. And Kendall said, keep pushing forward. Love you, love chaps. Ashe, everyone.
Peace.
Say it. Peace, peace, Chili Mo.
Peace, peace, Chili Mo.
Who do you got coming on tomorrow?
Darren Run Up on Consciously Aware Podcast Wednesday, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And this is Chili Mo, and we're signing off to Unseen Twisted Truths.
Peace and love.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom what the truth is. With our hearts uncovered, where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like tortoise. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we bout to have a good good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah. Aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah, yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap that can lead you astray. Snaring this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt or disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on, you tell the truth.